I
So
told you.
stupid.
I told you. I told you. I told you. I was right.
What were you right about?
We'll get there. But it happened last night.
How are you going to start that and then not tell me what you were right about?
We'll get there. I just wanted to start with that.
Okay. Sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll get there, I guess. Good evening, everybody. Justin was right about something. We'll have to see what he means. Can we talk about what I was right about then?
What were you right about?
The reel that I made and I sent to you?
Oh, no, yes, you were. The only thing keeping SmackDown afloat.
It's a true story.
I think I figured it out last night, though. That's going to have to be what carries SmackDown. Because you can't put Cena on SmackDown. You won't ever be able to hear anything. Because it's on USA. Netflix gave up last night.
Okay, so that's what I was going to start with. The opening of that show, again, second week in a row, Cena's coming out, but they gave up trying to silence that crowd in Glasgow, man. They did not care.
You're not going to be able to move that to SmackDown. It has to stay on Netflix.
Yeah, they gave up. I mean, you'd have to mute the whole background in general, and there's no way they're going to do that.
Like, so Rollins, Punk, and Reigns are going to have to carry SmackDown. And it's gonna. I mean, it can.
What match are they in?
The triple threat match that I still like. I get it, and it's going to be great. But they all deserve to have their own runs with their stories. And it's...
I think at some point they'll split it up, but I think they're just, what else do you do with either one of those three guys without it, you know?
Right. It's the only thing you can really build.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's going to be fun.
Oh, God, Chris is calling Simmons out. Are you ready? Dude, what are you going to do? You're going to start with him now? We'll wait. We'll wait and see where he's at. He'll show up at some point. I know he will.
There were shades there again last night.
All right, over under. I'm going to say 7:15-ish. He'll show up.
In chat or in here?
In chat. No, he coming. I didn't send him to invite tonight. I bet you in chat by 7:15 he'll be in.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right.
All you got to mention is Cody's turning or Bailey, and he'll be in here.
Russell Wilson, the Giants, 1 year, no quarterback for the Giants.
Jesus Christ. So now we have two vets that are going to battle it out for starting spot. It can't be bad.
I'm reading the title. Is this sports or WrestleMania?
Listen.
I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? Beam me up, Scotty. So we could do that at the end. We'll do that at the end. All right. So opening segment with Cena. The crowd.
Are we just skipping SmackDown?
Yeah, I don't like it. SmackDown.
I mean, you got the Rollins Punk.
All right, go ahead. You can start with that. I'll let you take that. Take it. Run.
I like how the three of them are only together when they're on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
They've been individually coming to Raw.
Yep.
Like I said, I think it's because they have to carry SmackDown.
There's nothing. I think Netflix wants all these guys on their show.
I mean, you got Solo and Jacob. That's finally gonna hopefully come to a head.
Mm-hmm.
The tag team division. Yeah, SmackDown's just boring.
I watched it and I don't even remember what happened, to be completely honest with you.
Everything's happening on Raw.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch that show.
All right. Well, on to Raw then.
On to Raw. If anybody wants to talk anything SmackDown, please let us know.
Yeah, we'll rack our brains. There was a lot to take in last night.
Mm-hmm. So opening segment, the crowd was hot. I think they were even crazier than Bologna. They were out of their minds. Crazy.
My new favorite chant, fuck you, Cena.
For those who didn't see it, what Justin said, Netflix didn't even try to mute that out. They tried a couple of times and just gave up. That was the first.
It was.
And I said in our chat, like, they just quit. They just stopped trying.
So this is where the I was right comes in. Well,
Okay.
or I told you comes in. If he gets the belt, I said last week, I can't remember if it was on our show or when I joined in on, what are they calling it now? The backstage
business. Part of the Executive Suit podcast. Check them out.
But like, how do you have Cena carrying the belt at the end? He leaves with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he was going to.
Yep. I mean, everything he said so far, he's done. I mean, they revamped the heavyweight belt to look like the old WCW belt.
Aaron, you beat me, bro. I said 7:15. It's 7:08. So you got me by 7 minutes. I had the over-under on when you were showing up.
I thought Cena's promo was better this week.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of tied some loose ends last week's together, like made it make a little more sense. I just hate how he's coming out as like a whiny old fucking man.
Yeah, this build,
and I'm holier than now. Shit, like
there's two builds. I'm very disappointed actually in 3 of these builds right now, and 2 of them are title matches. Actually, all 3 of them are title matches.
See, I love the Jay Gunther build. I love it.
What? Jay looks like a big crybaby.
I like it.
All right.
I like what the payoff's going to be.
Assuming that's what they give us. They have to, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like how they're building this right now. He just looks like a wuss. And it's just, how are you going to put a belt on the guy? We're supposed to be strong. You know, I remember when you had your title pushes years ago, and it was just epic promos and, you know, in the ring confronting each other. It's not that. But the best part about that build so far was that slap from Jimmy Uso. I felt that watching it, that he gave Gunther.
Their match, he took that stiff forearm too. That was,
yeah.
But no, I don't like the way they're building Cena. They're getting the reaction they want, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, but at what point does he start going after Cody? Right now, he's attacking the fan base. You're not fighting the fans. You're fighting Cody. Stop trying to rationalize why you turned. We get it. You turned. Be done with it, and now start moving towards the match itself.
He hasn't even said a word towards Cody, has he?
No, Cody's been doing all the talking.
Showing shades of that heel too.
The heel stuff that Justin's talking about. Aaron, you got that?
It's coming. I don't know what they're doing with that. It still doesn't make sense. Get it? You think you can control the crowd?
So I was thinking about this the other day. Here's the problem I have with this whole thing, and it's one common denominator the past 2 years in a row. The Rock stuck his nose in. The Rock got involved, and both of these years, with the build for Cody's match, and now Cena and Cody again, it's like they just gave up with him. Like, oh, you know what? I'm going to interject myself. Oh, guess what? I'm too busy. So they had to clean the mess up. The Rock is non-existent in this whole thing. So it's kind of left everything out in kind of limbo, and Cena's trying to put it back together. But I honestly think that Cena's going to spin back on his head at some point.
He has to.
Yeah, because you have to finish this with either Cena Rock, or Cody Rock. One of the two.
And the fastest way to flip Cena back is to turn Cody. We've talked about that.
Yep. Maybe it'll be a double turn. Maybe The Rock shows up at Mania. I don't know how this is going to go. I know this is a good problem to have, but so
I mean, unless they keep him heel and he rides off into the sunset with that belt.
first time in the history.
Right. And it would give them a reason to bring back a winged eagle type belt.
All right, just hypothetical. Say he does decide, I'm done. I'm taking the belt with me. I'm going home. Cena retires that belt now. How do you get a new champion?
Winner of the Royal Rumble.
That's a long ways away, dude. It depends on when we can lose the strap or when he wins the strap and runs away. Do you really not have a champion from, say, December through the whole month of January and early February?
You build it. Either that or you're going to have a tournament throughout the whole time.
I can't see that part. I mean, they could. You're right. I don't like how they do tournaments now, though. The qualifiers and then the quarterfinals are on this week and the finals are that week. Do it all. Do it in one show.
Make a special PLE for it.
Yep, that's my WrestleMania 4 dream. Do it again.
Do it on a main event.
Yeah. But I still got to make you watch WrestleMania 4, dude.
I've watched it.
It was good, right?
It wasn't bad.
Imagine them doing it now with all the talent they have. It'd be any man's game.
I mean, when's the last time they made somebody wrestle twice in one day?
Yeah, I can't even remember. Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, I think.
They're doing it tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
That shows how much faith they have in that woman.
Mm-hmm. So, what's this? Tonight, yeah, Brady. Well, tonight it hasn't happened yet, sir. Before that, hi, Mikey. Welcome to the wrestling show.
Hi, bye. Thanks for popping in.
Yep. All right. So Cena. All right. The next was.
What did you think of the Cena thing?
I'm tired of it. I mean, I get it. He's trying to legitimize why he's doing what he's doing, but it's turn now. Be done. Move forward. Go after Cody. You got 4 weeks, not even to make this something.
So, is he not going after Cody by going after the fans, though? Is Cody the champion of the fans?
I don't see it because he's still trying to validate why he turned on the fans. This is the second week in a row. You basically said the same thing. He's talking about how he roasted a kid and all. Stop it. Go after the champion now. We know you turned. We know why you turned. You explained it enough. Move forward.
Okay.
You know, I don't know another analogy to give you for it. It's just it's getting stale, and it's only the second week in a row that he's done the same thing.
I think that might be the angle they're trying to go for, though, is that Cody's a champion of the people, and that's who Cena's attacking. So Cody's their hero, which will make it great when he turns.
He ain't gonna answer you.
It'll break all sorts of hearts.
What's this? I thought of something. Remember, The Rock was always known as the people's champ. Now Cody is, so the Cena turn can be. Hey, you guys are on the same page with that. Finally, you guys agree on something, but we still think there's going to be a double turn at some point with this whole thing.
Nice try.
So I don't know. All right, next segment was the Usos versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I knew Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso were going to tag for
I
match.
Called that last week.
Yeah, it was not even. It was a foregone conclusion.
I was shocked at how they booked that. You got a tag team that you're trying to you're eventually splitting up in Waller and Theory. right? That's been brewing. I mean, they're both great athletes and good at what they do. Like, that should have just been like a squash match. Like, you made a team that's not going to be around much longer look strong against one of the best tag teams you've had ever. It threw me off. I mean, it led to Jay flipping again, which I'm liking all of this. I like the self-doubt they're putting in him.
Yes.
I do.
I don't. Again, they're making him look like such a bitch. This is the guy that's going to unseat one of the baddest guys you have.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to make it that much sweeter.
And Chris brought up a good point. If it was a squash match, the show wouldn't have made 2 hours. True story. It was a quick Raw yesterday. It was that. I want to mention the fall from grace for
Austin Theory.
Yeah. Like, what a...
So, I thought of this last week when we were talking about Drew McIntyre. I would love to see him work with somebody like Austin Theory at some point. They've both been in the same situation where they were Vince's golden boy. They were deemed the next big thing. And then you have this drop off because people hate that.
Right.
The fans always hated that. Like, Theory's too good to just fall off like that.
Do you
he
think
needs to revamp his character? He needs a change.
Right.
He's got the talent.
Do you think this has anything to do with him being Vince's golden child, and now that they're just trying to kind of humble him a little bit? I know it's been a while since Vince has been gone, but I mean, talk about giving up on somebody so quickly.
Yes, I think this is because he was young. I mean, he still is.
Right.
But he was the youngest U.S. champ or whatever the belt he had.
Yep.
So I think this is their way of making him pay his dues, maybe.
My favorite line was when the first Raw, when Vince was gone and Reigns came out and said, "Your daddy's not here anymore." I lost it when he told him that. That was awesome. So,
I mean, one of my favorite matches from WrestleMania 38 was McAfee Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And Theory had to carry that match. McAfee was good, but...
Right, yeah, Theory definitely did.
Theory proved in that match that he's in the ring. He's fantastic. And he knows how to work the crowd. He'll come back, hopefully. I'd like to see him get a push.
Rework the gimmick a little bit, change his character up, I hope, a little tiny bit. So, all right.
And even Waller's the same way. He could make it. He could become like a superstar.
He could.
It's just, I mean, he's got the talent and mic skills too. They got corny gimmicks.
Yeah. Yep. They'll figure it out. I hated the whole match, and Jay's got to stop watching everything. Yeah, they're using that as part of the angle, Aaron, though. They even said that in the promo with Jimmy and Jay, how he slipped. And I don't see, now here's the thing. I don't know if Jay actually did that on accident or he slipped as part of the act. You understand what I'm saying?
It was on purpose because he looked down at his feet before he did that.
Oh, okay. Because I thought maybe he slipped and they worked it into the promo afterwards to say, "Oh, you fucked up," because they had a reason to put it in there.
Did you notice when Jimmy went to do the jump over the top rope, Jay pulled the rope down?
Yes.
I love that.
He's got to get out of his own way. In his own head. I just don't like the build. I don't like the way they're portraying him right now. So
wait for the payoff. The payoff's going to be worth it.
I hope so. You still think that main event's night 1?
No, I still think that main event's night 2. I think you close the show with that.
It's a bold move. We'll see.
Is it a bold move to put your hottest wrestler as the main event night 2?
I don't see how you don't have your main championship as night 2, and that would be Cody Cena. That's a bigger draw, in my opinion. I know it's the crowd wants that, but I think the Cena Cody storyline is more interesting right now. People want to see that more. The chance for 17, it's got to close your show. Regardless of the outcome of that match, it has to close night 2. I could see them doing a swerve, just like they did with Priest and McIntyre last year. I mean, with Punk and McIntyre opening the show and Priest cashing in the first night, the opening match. They could do that. I know you want to see Jay with the crowd reaction, all that stuff, but
you lose an opportunity with that, and you kill his moment. I'm gonna stick with that closes WrestleMania. I don't see how you don't do that. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this one too, because I don't think they do that. There's no way. They can't.
I think that's a bigger draw than Cena Cody right now.
Chris, I thought about this too, but I still think you have your title matches separate.
You don't open either night with that. You close. It closes one of them. It has to, because you have to give Jay that reaction isn't going to stop. That's not going to be something you can throw a match together within 10 minutes after.
I can't wait to see you throwing things around my living room when that doesn't happen.
You don't think it closes either night?
I don't. I think Punk Rollins Cena closes night 1. I mean, the Punk Rollins Cena, Punk Rollins Roman. I think there's more invested in that match right now. Maybe they book Twin Bill both nights, dual main event both nights. I don't know. Where do the women's title matches come in? I don't think the women's main event either night this year.
No.
Unless they do a double main event.
And not for nothing, they put on a great show. The only reason they were main event in either night is because Roman had both belts and there was only one men's title match.
True. Aaron, I'll get you the address, my guy. You come right in. I have a seat right next to Justin for you.
I won't throw stuff.
Aaron, I am not disagreeing. The women are having some great matches. The build, well, we'll get there. The build for the other matches, crap too. All right, let's move on.
Stop it.
Let's move on. Lyra Valkyria defeats Raquel Rodriguez.
Thank God.
We knew that was going to happen. There was no possible way they were going to give Raquel the friggin' match, the belt that soon.
And then they attacked Lyra. And holy chest came running down.
Yeah.
Not the tribal cheeks anymore. Wow.
Yellow.
Explain.
I don't know if I can.
You have to now.
I will say this. It was a simultaneous text that Aaron and I sent. I sent to him and he put in our group. The color of the day is yellow. He's like, my favorite color is yellow. I was like, bro, like, what? So we had to laugh about it. But we're going to get to the orange reference here in a few minutes. I'm glad he's here for this because I told Justin, Aaron, to pick out the orange reference. So we'll get there in a minute. But the save was epic. And it's a matter of fact, in the middle of the variety show last night, he sends me a picture of the yellow shirt while we're on the stream. And I was like, dude, you can't do this to me right now. So it was funny. We do it all the time. So here's where the Red's going to come in. The contract signing. Rhea Ripley crashes the contract signing. What color was her shirt?
Red.
What two colors make orange?
Red and yellow.
Aaron wants a hybrid. Not this one. That one. It was hysterical. But
leave my mommy alone. Oof.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't like this either. I do not like this now that they're going to have this rematch next week and Bianca's going to be the
still
referee.
leading to a triple threat.
But just be done with it. Everybody knows it's going to be that. Just make it done. Be done. I could have done this easier. Like,
I think they're trying to build something bigger between Bianca and Rhea.
It's not going to get any bigger than it already is. Everybody see through it already. So if I was booking this, I would have had Rhea come out with Paul Heyman, for Christ's sakes, say, this is a legal document, is a contract. My name is on it. Done. Just call it a day. Be done with it. Already make the match official because you're just prolonging the inevitable.
Right.
But I get the other side I don't like is there's 4 weeks left.
But they're also
continue to build it.
They're also overseas trying to give them matches with the stars in them.
You can have matches. They're not even wrestling. They're just in the ring slapping the shit out of each other over a piece of paper. There's no match.
Well, I mean, next week there is.
What do you do? So how's this end?
It ends with the EO with the belt because Jade somehow screws Rhea. I don't know. It's going to be a wonky finish that somebody's going to bitch, and it's going to make it a triple threat.
Right. Bianca's going to slap the shit out of both of them and give a double DQ, and then to call it no winner. Like, everybody sees it coming. There's no sense in having a match. You know it's going to be a no contest. It's going to be a DQ somehow. So I don't like the builds for these 3 matches. I don't at all. Who's ever producing them needs to get punched in the eye.
Let's see. I don't know. I like the J build. Like the ultimate. They're trying to make him the ultimate underdog, even though he's way over.
Yeah, he is far over. And I think the way they're trying to portray him right now is going to hurt his brand.
No, because I think he's. I think his confidence is back by Mania or at Mania.
It needs to be because he's 3-0 against Gunther. Did you catch that?
I cringed so fucking hard.
So did I.
I was like, no, 0-3, bro. Correct yourself, please.
Yeah, please. And thank God Jimmy corrected it for him. See, you can't even. It was 0-3. But our McAfee said it and announced. He said that Uso's so messed up he doesn't realize it should be 0-3, not 3-0. McAfee corrected it for him.
Maybe that was intentional.
Was it, or was it just McAfee trying to make it better for him?
No. Maybe by Jay. Maybe it was intentional by Jay. I don't think I find it hard to believe that the rope thing last week was intentional. The slip in the corner in the match, I think, was.
Right.
So now I'm thinking about it. Maybe saying 3-0 instead of 0-3 was intentional. Who knows?
I don't know.
It helps. It builds into it more.
What's this? Rhea wins and Io wants her rematch. I don't think they let Rhea win.
I thought that too, maybe.
You're going to discredit that belt. You keep doing that shit.
I know.
Just make it a build. It's official. There's a triple threat match for this on this day. Done. Be done. So, Aaron, I agree. Not every slip up is intentional. So maybe one of them will come out in an orange shirt next week. I don't know. All right.
Fucking Christ.
All right, so El Grande Americano and Dragon
The
Lee was the
greatest
next one.
luchador in the WWE right now. Gracias.
Yes. All right, what do you think about this?
Gable's very talented in the ring. He's so good. I thought Dragon Lee was going to break his fucking neck at one point.
Right.
That suplex, he almost landed so terribly.
So, where does this go for El Grande Americano now?
They're going to have probably going to be him and Ray, and they're going to do like a mask match.
Okay. I thought the same thing, and I was talking to Chris about this earlier. When he pulled Lee's mask off, it's going to be a mask versus mask match. They're not, obviously, Ray's going to win. They're not going to unmask Mysterio. He's only done that once in his career, and that was with WCW. Yeah. So that's going to be the big reveal. It's going to be Gable, obviously. So,
yep.
Yeah, they're making Dragon Lee look like a baby, but since Penta got to the WWE, they've been dogging him. We'll get to Penta in a minute.
Woof.
Penta's been dogging it too. So, all right. Next was Punk. I didn't think this guy could get any better on the microphone.
He just doesn't stop.
Every week it's something different. And I loved when he looked right at the camera and said, Roman Reigns doesn't realize that Paul Heyman is not just his wise man.
Oh,
that was perfect. So,
and he just keeps reiterating, this is just business.
Yeah. Yep. But
what if business is selling his soul to The Rock? And the favor is that Heyman convinces The Rock to offer Punk that.
I'm going to rewind just a hair.
Okay.
The other part of this that stuck out to me, because it deals with business, is when Punk said, I brought you into this business. I can't wait to take you both out of this business, because if people don't realize, Punk was the one that introduced the Shield.
Oh, no. Wait, I love that he brought that up, because wait until you hear the promos from the other two about this.
Yeah.
Because they don't all agree on this.
Right, they don't. But Punk was the one.
Punk believes it was his idea.
Uh-huh.
And that Triple H or somebody in management stole the idea. Well, took it and then claimed it as theirs. And Rollins sees it way differently. Like, they've done podcasts about it. Well, not way differently, but he sees it differently.
Rollins still calls himself the architect for a reason. So, I can't, like you said, I can't wait to hear what the other two have to say. So,
yeah, as soon as he said that, I went, ooh. And I love that he keeps reiterating the fact neither one of you have beat me without the help of the
others' help. Yeah. And he's not wrong.
Nope.
All right, so we know this is a triple threat, and we got some time to think about this, but right now, who wins that match? Just a quick guess. It doesn't have to be your final prediction.
Reigns.
You think? Okay, I do too, but why?
With the help of Rollins.
Okay.
I almost want to say it's going to lead to a Shield reunion.
You think Mox?
No, I think Rollins, Reigns make up eventually. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Ambrose back.
I like this right here. Well, first of all, that's for you. Because you said Reigns with the help of Rollins.
Well, no. Like intentional help.
Yeah.
Just to screw at the time, just to screw Punk, but eventually leads to.
I thought about this the other day. Does Heyman finally turn on Roman?
Wouldn't that be almost the same thing he did to fucking Lesnar?
Yeah. But he's moving with the hottest person in the industry. Let's face it. Without Heyman, Reigns' character is nowhere near what it is right now. He's still back in his old Shield gear. Heyman helped him cultivate what he is now. Roman could be on his own now. He doesn't need Heyman. That's why I said prelim. Sure I got some time to fester on this one, but it's an option. That's the other option I thought of. Punk wins because he screws over Heyman screws over Roman. And very unpopular opinion. That's night 1. Night 2, Punk gets his favor. He's in with Cody and maybe Cena. And that's how they end this whole thing.
And you do another triple threat.
But that's how you end this whole thing. You can end it with Punk. I know it's way out there in left field. But
that's just too much.
It is. It is. I'm just saying.
Well, if you go back to the promo Friday, the way Punk worked that and they played that out was like art. Because when Punk came down and climbed up on the ropes, he had Heyman behind Reigns, and he mentions the favor, which, raises the ears of Roman.
And he looked right at him, not yet, though.
And then he thanks him for serving Roman up on a silver platter, which forces Roman to question Paul and turn and opens him up for Punk to come down from the top from behind. Like, that was just masterful.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm 99% missed on that pitch. I'm just throwing a theory out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to end this. What's the end game with all this? There's so much going on.
That Punk has a belt going into Mania next year to headline WrestleMania.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Because it can't happen this year.
For that dude, I would just like to see him headline a Mania and win at Mania.
Right, and that's not going to happen this year.
No. There's a less than 1% chance that does happen. I'm just saying.
It might even be better to have him chasing into Mania next year and winning it there.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know.
But that's the payoff of the favor, I think, is next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah. Again, they've mentioned 100 times, Aaron, long-term story, slow build. I get it. I think Justin understands that too.
I don't think he holds it for a year. I think it comes into play before SummerSlam. I just think if he's not chasing, I think it gets him a belt and he's going to carry that to WrestleMania.
Hopes you're wrong and we get another real.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is.
I didn't timestamp this one, so
I'm fantasy booking, so
we're theorizing what could potentially happen. All right.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong.
Yep. Listen, it's a 50-50 chance you're going to get it right.
Well, not really. There's a million different ways they could fucking go.
I know. All right. Let's talk about your favorite match of the night with Breakker and Penta. Obviously, that ended in a DQ.
That was so sloppy.
I'm not going to lie. I was really surprised at how behind Penta the crowd was, though.
I mean, this was the first, I've liked Penta's matches up till now. I just thought he looked sloppy. I don't think it was Breakker.
No, Penta's a very sloppy. I think he's trying too hard.
Like, I was watching it before we went live. Like when Braun does that overhead press of him, he's like just like floppy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like no help.
Right.
Breaker's a beast, so it really didn't matter, but
Didn't matter.
it didn't look good. It was just a sloppy match.
So where does this go now?
It's gonna end up Dom and Penta are gonna have a thing. Might lead to. I would like to see it lead to Dom getting a chance at Breaker at Mania.
Yeah.
Because it'd be I would love to see him get the belt at Mania too.
Dom?
Yep.
We've been talking about that for a while. Maybe.
And that would be the end of your Judgment Day.
How do you put that into motion now?
Him and Penta are gonna feud because he got involved and cost Penta the match last night.
Right. But you got 4 weeks. Can you build properly a feud with Breaker? Well, you kind of have to do something for Breaker at Mania. So you got 4 weeks to do it. Yeah, I see this as more of a.
You can do it.
I see Breaker, Finn, Dom, Penta, like Aaron says, is probably a little more feasible right now.
I mean that too. But that would be a useless tag match there then at Mania.
What do you mean? No, I think he's talking about one-on-one.
Oh.
Breaker fights Finn for the title. Dom and Penta one-on-one. I think that's what he means by that.
Maybe. I'd like to see Dom get the belt, though.
I'd love it. That guy's done some work this year.
But
he's put in work. Know.
We'll see. I'm done with Judgment Day. That shit's run its course.
It's stale. It's over. Be done with it. So
I can't remember. I think it was earlier today. I threw on WrestleMania 38. Didn't realize that was Dom's first WrestleMania. Him and Ray versus Logan and Miz. Man, that kid's come such a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Got 3 champions without a legit build towards Mania. Breaker, Chelsea, Liv. Why? Aaron, this whole build has really screwed me up. It's not proper at all. I mean, a lot of these main matches, but the exception of Rollins, Punk, Reigns.
Lyra, you don't have a build for Lyra either.
Nope. So they got to do something. They got a month to get it together. Actually, less than a month.
There's no other women's tag team really right now besides Liv and Raquel.
Right.
And not having Chelsea have a story going in is wild.
Yep, I'm behind it. I don't know. I don't get it. So here's the wild card. We haven't really talked about her because she's been out of action. Where does Liv? I'm not Liv.
Alexa.
So you knew where I was going.
I don't know. I don't think she does. I don't think they know what they're doing with any of that.
Well, Bo Dallas was just recently cleared to return to action. I did read that. So.
But I've also heard the Wyatt 6 is done.
But you read that in the dirt sheets. And just like Wade Barrett said, that's what you get for reading the dirt sheets. No one said Alexa was coming back at the Rumble. I think there's a bigger plan for these guys, and there's going to be a big push from Mania on with them now. And that maybe that's just me being hopeful. I don't know, but I think that's gonna come to fruition here.
I think aside from like the first month and a half of it fell on its face. They didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Aaron, I agree with you. They should let her wrestle, but I mean, she's had. Did she legit get hurt in the chamber? I didn't see where it looked like she got hurt at all. So I think her losing the chamber had something to do with this build for the Wyatts. Just as I'm stewing on it, they got to try and re-inject some life into that faction.
Right.
And, get it back
And
to
you
swing.
had the chance to do it by building Liv Raquel versus her and Nikki
Cross, right? But Bo was out, so you got to have the whole group.
Though.
Yeah, but you kind of do and you kind of don't. You got to have the leader because she says, I'm in charge now. I think bringing Bo back into this, I'm in charge now, and that's going to be Alexa saying that, and then she takes off with it. I think she starts using them as puppets.
But
Aaron,
how can she do that when Howdy was always like the kryptonite for her? Every time he popped up, she lost control.
Understood, but I think she's just, I don't know how they're going to spin it, but I honestly think that she's just going to assert her dominance. I'm in charge now, and move on. I don't know how they do it, but that's just what I think is going to happen.
You really don't.
You don't, Chris. That's what happened. I think there's going to be this big shakeup on the Raw after Mania. SmackDown's already turning into the B show.
And we talked about why.
Yeah. No one's going to watch SmackDown ever again.
I think I was talking to Chris last night. I think WWE needs to see if Netflix or Peacock or another streaming service wants to offer to buy out USA's contract.
Maybe.
Because they're going to lose money on that show. Like, people are going to stop going to watch it.
Yeah. Unless they're charging like $5 a ticket. It's going to turn into the AEW house shows that no one goes to.
It really is.
Maybe Netflix does buy them out, but then you got a bigger problem because then you got to reshuffle everything again.
No, you don't. Because if they're both on Netflix, what's it matter? They're always going to be there. Those shows can cross in and out, no problem now.
Right, but you have to move superstars, is what I'm saying. If you have all these people on Netflix on Raw, you got to find some way to shift them back over to SmackDown if USA loses the contract to Netflix. How do you do that? Redraft? You can do it. That's simple. Because you're going to have all these stories built into the one show.
Yeah, but you don't have to limit. At that point, if they're both on Netflix, would you have to limit like certain superstars to certain shows? Everybody can just intermingle.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You have to do some way to pull the plug on all that and say, okay, we're just going to be one big brand now. You understand what I'm saying? If you have all these storylines built into Raw and then Netflix buys SmackDown, just for argument's sake, you have to move them. You can't just be like, okay, haha, here we are. I mean, you can, but I don't know if that's smart.
You just start teasing it.
You could. Like the takeover.
Yeah, you just have the announcers start teasing it.
I hope that's what happens because I think the Netflix is setting the bar way up here now.
Absolutely. All the camera angles they're getting now. Those drone cameras
are amazing.
Fucking awesome.
Yep. They're amazing.
Made me realize how steep those fucking seats are overseas. Holy shit.
You want to go sit over there in the stadium?
No. I don't.
Yeah, Chris, the belts, again, it's a big mess. It's a big mess to clean up, but it's not impossible. They can do it. So, all right, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Top 5. I was gonna make you do top 10. Top 5 entrance theme songs of all time.
I know where this one came from. Top 5.
Yep.
Do you want them in any specific order?
Yeah. Bottom to top. All right. You don't have to do specific order. Make sure your favorite one is number 1.
Number 1's always going to be Shawn Michaels.
Because he's your wrestler. I get it. Okay.
2's The Undertaker.
Okay.
3, Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold.
One more.
DX.
The old school DX song.
Yes.
Like the Are
Like
You Ready?
if you want like entrance, like the full entrance, I would have to go with the New Age
No.
Outlaws.
Just the song. Just the song. Not the whole, oh, you didn't
Well,
know that. Not the
that
theatrics
isn't
part.
that part of their song? Like, is that they did that that was their entrance.
That's part of them. Yeah, you're right. That's part of the song. I'm not saying the entrance itself, just the theme music that goes with it. But you're
Then it
right.
would
That's
be
part of the
DX.
song. The old school one where Are You Ready? And the guitar starts it.
Yep.
See, that's my number 1. I love that song. I'll listen to it on repeat. Yeah, see? Yes. 2 is Taker. 3, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I absolutely love Roman's song when he started with the tribal chief stuff.
I like it too. That was close.
Epic. 4. Wow. Probably Austin. And I'm going to say 5. See, I told you to give me these answers. I thought you were going to take longer to do this. Probably Orton. I'm going to flip-flop. Orton's going to be 4. Austin.
And then if I had to keep going, Punk, Rollins, The Rock,
oh, Edge's theme. Aaron's got his Stone Cold Edge, Rock, Jay Batista.
See, I was never like Edge has changed constantly though. The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys are up there, yes.
And you know that is a uncopyrighted song that they just like pulled out of some website.
Really? That's cool.
I
like the Dudleys too.
Yeah,
just something about when they came in.
The Ultimate Warrior.
I was just gonna say that, dude. To get your blood flowing, yes.
Random fact about that is that was used before him.
By who?
The Rockers.
Really?
Yes.
Because Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
I didn't ever know that. Aaron, feel free to steal this and do it on the other show.
I do not like Cena's. I've never liked anything about Cena, really.
Katie, yes, we just said that. Warrior is the man. That song was just something else. So I wish we could play the songs, but we'd get dinged for stealing music because I think that'd be awesome.
And then close to my top 10, and it's a random one, is Conan.
I don't remember that
from
one.
WCW. I loved that one.
I wasn't really. See, now I'm going WCW. I'm thinking Goldberg.
And Raven.
Ravens was good. Goldberg's was good too. I use Colgate toothpaste because of Cena's theme. I will say though, Cena wrote and produced an album with Trademark, and his album wasn't that bad. He made a song called Right Now. I'll put a YouTube link and I'll send it to you. That actually wasn't bad, talking about his life. It was pretty good.
I mean, I can tell he can do it. He's done it in the ring. Like,
yeah.
I've never liked anything he's done. It's just,
You didn't like the Dr. Thugonomics?
No, I was
With
never
his
a big
with his
Cena
word
guy.
life, with his word life knuckles.
But to be fair, I stopped watching then because I didn't like what they were doing.
He took a little hiatus.
Yeah, like the entire Cena run.
Vince, yes, Aaron. Vince's theme had pop, and I'll tell you who else. Stephanie's.
Shane.
Shane's was good, but Stephanie's was good too. That was a very nice hip hop beat to that. Yeah, we could do this.
You
We could
got
do this all night.
Triple H.
Oh yeah. Which one though? Because I like his original My Time with the riffs in the background. I'll have to send you that link too. That was good.
And then I mean the Undertaker's rolling.
Yeah, that's Limp Bizkit, but that's still. I'm so glad they gave him permission to do that. Anything Taker's he touches is epic. So
It's just
we could do a whole show on this.
so many of them that I just bring me back to my childhood. It's like, damn.
Yep.
Nation of Domination.
The Heart Foundation.
Yeah.
Demolitions was good. The Legion of Doom was good. Like there's just so many. Yeah, look at you're smiling thinking about all this stuff now.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should
and
make
Cody's has to be up there now too.
No doubt. No doubt.
Because as like I said, I rewatched 38 because that was the year he came back. And when he came out that year, there was no whoa. Nobody did that. Like everybody was excited to see him, but
yeah.
Over the last 3 years, it's just taken off. Oh, Rhea's is fucking awesome too.
Yeah. Well, local band.
Yep.
Which I think is still awesome, and a lot of people don't realize that. So maybe I'll put this all together and make a Spotify playlist of our favorite WWE songs and put it on our NDT Spotify page.
Oh shit, yeah.
I could do that. So
many of them.
But all right, what else you got tonight, man? We're almost at an hour.
Can it be April 20th already?
I can't wait.
Can we just get there now?
Mm-hmm. Don't you wish you could just bypass it all?
Yeah. Yep. I just want to know what happens. That's it.
We'll know getting closer. It's going to be something else. So I'm good with it. Next week we're live Wednesday. I'm going to reach out to Barry and Steve from Backstage Business and see if they want to come in and hang out with us this time. So yeah, Opie opening day on Thursday. Go Red Sox. Well, while we're doing this, Opie, since you're in here tomorrow night, I get to. I think I have an official contract signing at the Executives View for the Yankees show at 9 p.m. We're going to talk some baseball over there. So they want me to come in and talk some Yankees with them. So anybody, baseball fans, sports fans, want to come in and chat with us, they can.
Who the fuck wants to talk about the Yankees?
Don't worry. We're going to talk plenty about your boy Juan Soto. Promise. All right. We'll get there.
Yeah, going to be a lot of hate.
Yeah. So I will be fully decked out in some Yankees gear. Not a Juan Soto jersey.
Wear that Brett Beatty.
Yeah, I'll just take the Beatty off and just wear 22. I should try and do that. Beatty changed his number to 7.
Yep.
So
tells you Reyes isn't getting retired.
No. If I go to a Mets game this year, I will be purchasing my Mark Vientos jersey. That dude has grown on me. So oh yeah, Simmons, you missed this at the beginning. Let's see if he's reading. We'll see. I'll give him a second to digest this one.
Let's go, baby. Travis Hunter.
Giants, the Giants, the Giants. Oh, he says, I know, sir. That was The yellow Red Sox shirt is not going to be displayed tomorrow night, sir. I'm sorry.
No balls.
I hate you. All right. I'm going to go. I'm going to surrender my kid's computer back to him. So, unless you got anything else for us, my guy, why don't you
Nope,
go ahead
I'm
and get
good.
us out of here, you dick?
Hey, thanks for tuning in, y'all. See you Wednesday.
We'll see you.
Later.